everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel in a rebirth. And today we have a guest. And the guest that I met is through Threads, which is my one of the favorite platforms. And the reason I wanted to get back on the YouTube channel because I love her sassiness. I love how she talks and she just say the thing that she wanted to say. So I was like, you know what? This is the vibe that we're gonna set onto our YouTube page. So I was like, let's do it. So welcome back on the YouTube channel. Please share who you are and what's your story.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm actually so excited to sit down and chat with you after we've been connecting on Threads for months now. I think it's been. So I am currently building out my offer suite on the back end while I am still working in the film industry. So I have been around film since about 2014, and I've been full-time for about 5 years now. And I just finished work today. It's pouring rain all day. It was crazy. And I actually work in two different departments. So I'm a hairstylist by trade, and I work on a lot of smaller movies. We call them MOWs. So it's like movie of the week. And so that's your hallmarks and your lifetimes and small features and lots of things like that. So I get to work with celebrities, which is really cool. And then I also work in locations department. And so I'm working locations right now. And it is on actually a really high profile show that is one of the biggest ones that's being shot in Canada. So I'm so excited to be doing that probably all the way into 2027. So it's going to be a busy year. on top of doing a business and building out my offer suite on the back end. Right now I've got people asking for my help and for coaching, for business coaching and energetics, all about mindset, frequency, and identity work that we do on the flip side of things. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see what happens this year. This year is going to be a big year.
That's awesome. I love multi-passionate people. I love when different things all come together. And I feel like our purpose is like that, isn't it? Like, why we're choosing just one thing when we can do other things and blend all those things. So, how did you get into that hair industry and how did you think about starting the business from there?
I actually started as a makeup artist. I went to school. When did I graduate? 2013, 2012. Can't remember. But I went to professional makeup school, and then immediately right afterwards, I actually started doing hair quite a bit and fell in love with doing hair. And I did both for many years. I used to work in the wedding industry, so I did lots of special events, graduations, tons and tons of weddings, lots of freelancing type of work over the years, and then kind of got started in the film industry a little bit and just very part-time over the years, very multi-dimensional. I had a cleaning business throughout that. I did an MLM for a while too. I've done a lot of things. And so my timelines totally get kind of blurred together and there's a lot of overlapping. And then a few years ago in 2023, the film industry here, mostly in the US, but it also had a major impact on us here in Canada. It actually went on a strike, nationwide film industry strike. And so my livelihood was completely stripped away from me. And with it went my identity, because I had spent all these years just going full steam ahead in my career, just working. Like the film industry can suck up everything. It takes up all of your time. You spend so many hours working on set. And I had my head down going straight forward with no real direction as to where I was going. And then the strike happened and we were cut off out of work. And oh my gosh, it would actually set me into a dark night of the soul, because I was so lost and I was everything was just ripped out from underneath me all in one go. And so I was like, what am I going to do? What do you do? I was like, there's no work. This is going to take a while to recover. And a lot of people don't hire film industry workers because they know that we're just going to bail out as soon as a show comes along and we can go back to work in film. So it's always like a really hard struggle for people to transition in and out of the industry. So I started looking for different ways to make money online. And I was like, that is something I can do. I've got the internet anywhere I go. Maybe I can do something online business related. I've done a couple businesses in the past. Let's do another one. And so I did start with I was in affiliate marketing for a while, and I still do a little bit affiliate as well. I'm only currently promoting one space while I'm building out my back end. And it just kind of cycled from there. I really got into doing different affiliate and digital marketing, learning sales, all that kind of stuff. I also came from a retail background as well. So I was like, I can sell. I know how to do that. And so I started building up the affiliate business while I was driving for Uber, trying to make money in DoorDash, just trying to cover the bills, cover the rent, while everything was absolute chaos in my life. And so that started my online business journey, and that has grown and evolved and expanded and transitioned kind of to where we're at now, and moving out of doing more affiliate promotional type stuff and moving into now building out my own offer suite, my own containers, and my own coaching program. So it's been a wild year. Like the past couple of years have been such a journey. Like, holy moly.
Yeah. I can feel the resilience that you had to build in. You're like, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I need to get done. And then just I think when we go through these kind of scenarios in our life, it just gives us a different perspective of our life, that choosing the one path is actually not that safe how it seems to be. So why not to explore different sides of it? As you said, that it got you into the affiliate marketing. I remember there was a time as well that I got into as well. MLM. I got into that as well because I was like, you know what? I like people. I can talk to people, and I was doing like some fitness kind of things, and I was going to the gym as well. So I understand that you kind of go back to yourself and be like, who is this version coming out of me, and what I can create from that version. And it's always evolving as well. And even now that what you're saying, that now you're at a stage of building your own offers, and because now you have integrated all those parts of you, it's coming back to yourself and like, okay, this piece can go here, this piece can go here. It's like you're creating your own signature thing. I'm really curious to know like how this name Soul Driven Vision came to you.
You're actually the first person to ask me that. And it was at the time, I didn't realize the foreshadowing that name actually was going to represent, because this is now my second Instagram page. My last one was branded by Beckz, which is my LLC. That is my business name. But I was like, axe that, pivoted, switch niches, new accounts. And that was Soul Driven Vision. And I was like, what is it that I'm doing here? Like, what am I following? And am I following what society says I should do? Or am I following what I say I should do? And I look back on my life and I was like, I've always done whatever the hell I want. I've always been the black sheep and just out there forging my way through life, not doing what everybody else is doing, right? If they're going left, I'm going right. And I'm like, you're zigging, I'm zagging. And it's, so that kind of, I was like, I'm following my soul. And that is what is driving me forward. And I have like this vision that I want to bring to life. And I went, Soul Driven Vision. That's got a really good sound to it. And I was like, that's exactly it. That is like following your life path. Like that is your soul driven vision. And so, and I ask other people that all the time. I'm like, what is your soul driven vision? Like, what do you feel like you're here to do? What do you want to do if you could do absolutely anything? what does your soul want to do? And like, that is what you should be following in your own intuition and letting that guide you down your highest path. Right. And so, and like at the time, none of that, it was like, we kind of had this idea, and now it's really solidified as I've like gone through and I've had it a little while, and the things that I teach and coach on, I was like, damn, that was a good choice. I was like, it fit so perfectly into the branding and the messaging and who I've become and still becoming, and who the type of women that I get to work with. Like, that is what your soul is calling you to do. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I love that. I'm a very big on words. I feel like words get just dropped into us. Like
Yes.
how you are saying that soul-driven vision, like for me as well, the inner rebirth was like just dropped into me, and I was like, yeah, that feels right. And
Yeah.
it's like you're kind of like rushing and finding like what's that one word, what's the business name, or what's my offer name, or whatever that is. And it'll just be like a random moment. You'll be like walking and sitting or doing the dishes, and it just drops in. You're like, oh wow, I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Those
it's
divine
from
downloads, they just strike you at the most random times, and you're like, oh, I need to write that down.
exactly. It's your when we give space to our soul, it starts to speak to us. Because what I've noticed, like even in the social media space, we can get inspired by people. We look up to people, but a part of us kind of feels like, oh, I'm not resonating what they are sharing to do business this way or put this offer this way. And it's like my soul is just telling me that shush that noise. I always say, like, block the noise and come back to yourself, that what feels true to you. So I'm really glad that you actually listen to that voice and it just speaks out. Soul driven vision, like it doesn't need any explanation, right? I'm I'm also like curious to know that uh do you only work with women or like anyone, or
Typically, women, yes. If it were the right man that were to come into my orbit and space, I would consider it. I would definitely consider it, because there is a lot of men that are on their own soul path right now as well. You know, they're discovering their spirituality, and they're learning to express themselves more. And we're seeing a lot of men in the online digital space as well that are discovering frequency work and energy work and the importance of mindset and getting your identities on board in order
Mhm.
to build your vision, whether it's a
Yeah.
business or you're climbing a corporate ladder, or you're going after your dream career, whatever it may be, right? So
Mhm.
I
I
lost your train of
love
thought.
that. Yeah, I love that because I feel like that's the right approach, because I feel like when we allow space for even the kind of, like you can say, conscious men to come in as well, to learn from a feminine who's doing the work and who has been living the work, it just helps them to understand as well that, this whole world is united together when the men and the women come together. I would love to know that what's that one thing, I can feel that you have that fire energy in you. Have you noticed this thing when people come to you for either coaching or just like a session or something? What's the difference when they are entered into a space and when they leave? Like if a woman or a man even watching you right now, what would they experience by working with you or being in your orbit?
I recently actually kind of stumbled upon this. I was taking the time to reflect back on my story as I was putting together some of my modules and stuff. I'm like, what pieces are going to fit in this? And the repeat pattern that I kept coming across in different friendships that I've had and different acquaintances, some family members, different things is I am the catalyst for them, for that change, for that transformation. And that fire energy comes out and it's like, I will spark that in you. Like I will find it and I will light that fire in you right under your ass so that you can go out and have the self-belief high enough and you're supported enough and to go out and go do the thing, like whatever your thing is, and to have the courage, the strength, and the empowerment to go after your dream life. Whatever your dream life looks like to you, everybody is different, but sometimes you need that catalyst that's going to come in and kickstart you into creating that transformation that you're going to walk through. And when you do identity work and you shift that at a soul level, it has a trickle down effect. So your behaviors line up, your thoughts line up, your beliefs get on board, and all of a sudden you start finding yourself in an energetic alignment moving towards that goal. And so that is the transformation that I'm leading you through, is taking you from where you are, activating you into your highest timeline, and helping like walking you through that process of becoming that next level version of you that has the dream, that has the money, that has the beautiful life, that has the love and the relationship and all these amazing things that you create from the inside out. And so when we do the inside work, everything else gets to shift. And it's such a beautiful thing when people get that spark and they start moving in a different energy and they start becoming that better version of themselves. I love it.
I love it too. And I love the word that you said again, the catalyst. It just fits so right. Like it's something, your soul tribe can understand that I have no job description, but I know some words that fit into what I bring into people's life. And catalyst, I resonate with that so much because even though I feel like the people who come up to us, we will have the ability to nurture them and guide them gently as well. But until we don't show them what is actually underneath, then that fire is always going to be like, okay, somewhere bubbling around there. But when you lit up that fire in a gentle way, that, ooh, that's where your pattern is. Oh, let's work around that. That's where people start to feel more seen, and they're like, oh my God, this person really sees me. And now it's the time where people are, especially we're in the energy of 2026, people are, you know what, I'm not gonna wait, I'm just gonna go for the thing. And I feel like people like you who are just coming up and you'll be like, you know what, if you are ready, I'm already born ready. Let's go and do that. Right. Love
Exactly.
it. Yeah,
Exactly.
I love it. Mhm.
That's why I'm looking so forward to Chinese New Year and entering the fire horse year. Ugh, bring it on. I am a Leo fire sign. I'm actually a Leo sun and moon. Born in the year
Whoa.
of the tiger. I am like full cat fire energy over here. And I'm like, let's bring it. Let's go. I'm done shedding. Like I've shed so much in the year of the snake. Like, let's go. I'm ready to gallop. Let's do it.
Yeah. It Leo's sun and a moon is like, whoa, that's a beautiful combo. What's your rising, if you don't mind
Oh,
sharing?
I just looked at I want to say Sagittarius, but I'm not 100%. Oh, I had it recently. I looked it up recently too, and it's gone.
Sag. I love Sag rising. I'm a Sag sun. I go by Vedic astrology. So I'm Sag sun, Gemini moon, and a Scorpio rising. So it's a beautiful combination for me as
Good
well.
little
But
blend.
yes, and with the Leo, I'm a 10th house Leo, so which is like a career house. And this year, I'm like, you know what? This house is already lighting up. It's like I think you can relate to that. Like this year, as you said, we have shared so much, and I'm still like just like a little bit left, but I can feel already there's a fire in my gut. It's like it just comes and it's like, go do this thing, go do this. I'm not even thinking twice to reach out, or I'm not thinking twice, oh, I need to go this way or not. I'm like, I'm doing it. One of my friends said to me that make this year as your experimenting year. So I just wanted to share with you that make this year your experimenting year, and rather than we always think about that, oh, I have to have the full perfect plan or the offer or something, perfectly lined up for us, whatever we think, oh, it has to be in the outcome right now. But what about if you just think about, I'm just gonna have fun and make an experiment this year? And I was like, I'm gonna pass into everybody that I meet now.
It's so funny you say that, actually, because we had a similar conversation with my mentor and a few of the girls in the space, and it had come in. We were like, we put so much pressure on ourselves to create this beautiful, perfect offer that's just going to launch and everything's going to be fabulous. And we don't always give ourselves the space to fail. And I was like, you need to look at it as if this is like a science experiment. We're in the lab, we're creating, we're trying this, we're doing this. And if things don't go according to plan, you have all this data to work with that, okay, this didn't work, we're not going to do that. This worked, let's double down on this. Like, okay, let's play some more. Let's do our next round of experiments. And I was like, put your lab coats and goggles on, ladies. We're going to the lab and we're going to experiment and we're going to mix up some magic and see what comes of it. And it was like this total mindset shift around it, where it was like, oh my God, that completely removes all of the pressure. Like, let's just go have fun and create and see what happens and get the data. And then we can refine as we need and change it. And it's not permanent. Like, you don't have to keep your offers forever. Or, not something that's not lighting you up or it's not working or whatever. Right. So I love that. I'm so on board with that.
I love how you shared it, because it's the same way we coach others as well. Because when we allow ourselves to experiment, when that person comes in, they kind of come from this social media perfect world where someone is sharing, I made this much in this month and I've been doing this for this. It's like it shows one side of the picture, but when they go into the real reality of working with someone, I've worked with so many people, it's like you experiment, you will learn about yourself. And as you said, you will get the data that this is what you are wanting to work with, or this is something that's like the old version of you. Let's get rid of that. And I feel like even in that space as well, I'm not sure about your container, like with my one is like 3 months container. People shift so fast that they don't even resonate with the version of themselves who was like 2 weeks ago. They're like, wow, like I'm changing, I'm experiencing these shifts with you. And I'm curious to know, like, uh, have you noticed any themes come up in people's, like, what they share with you? Like, what changed for them?
It was, that's a good question. I'm gonna have to think about that. Common themes.
Take your time. I'm just gonna sip my drink.
Oh yeah, totally. I feel like it's one of the more common ones would be, I've heard this a few times, of after having even just a casual conversation, it might not even be like a coaching conversation, but they again, going back to like, they kind of get that spark and they start remembering like, right, I can do this. Like, I am a strong, amazing woman. And they're like, I forgot who the hell I am. And now I'm
Yeah.
like remembering and bringing back to myself and being like, oops, whoops, I got lost in the void there for a little while, or past version of myself. And they're like, you have this way of making it click, like something like a memory almost comes up with being like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. I can do that. And it's like, it kind of comes back to that catalyst part again. That's why I claim that title, the quantum catalyst, because I'm like, I have this knack for being able to activate people. And I've had that comment a few times come around. And just feeling like they might come into my space feeling unsure. The self-doubt might be there. They've tried other programs, have come from like the digital marketing space where we know there can be a lot of noise going on over there, trying a lot of these external strategies and different sales strategies that were created by somebody else with somebody else's energy, and then it doesn't work for them. And then they come into my world and I give them like permission basically to throw the rule book out the window and be like, you have to listen to your own self, your own intuition, what resonates with you, what feels good for you, and then bring that to life. Like, no wonder you're struggling. You're having a hard, you've been playing by somebody else's rule book this whole time. And there's a disconnect that happens, right? And so I've had that one a few times and being like, just that permission slip that they get to, like, we don't play by the old 3D type of rules, right? I was like, we're the rule breakers and we're making our own.
Exactly. I love what you said about giving the permission slip, and it's not always about like telling them what to do. It's more so like when you share your own journey. This is what I've noticed so many times. When you share your own journey, people relate to those things and be like, actually, yeah, I forgot. I've always, wanted to do that. And there's another question like that sparks in people that I've noticed again and again is we will be having a conversation and I would ask this question that, so who's going to give you permission to do that? And I would just stop and I would just pause. And then they're like, me. And I'm like, there you go. It could be just a simple thing that you'll be like, oh yeah. It's so fascinating when someone actually, as you said, like this memory that was already there, it just clicked in. You're like, oh yeah. Even if it's like making one video in a way which is not like copying anybody else, but how we speak it, that can be just a little permission slip, and that builds the momentum from there.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And I always say, I'm like, you need to just block out that noise because everybody's doing it their way. And a lot of people have their own methodology and things. And sometimes like we have to build our own basically and come up, put our own energy into our content and into what we're creating and speak from our own voice instead of repeating maybe things we've heard or learned and picked up along the way, right? And taking chunks from your perspective of your lived experience really is your secret magic right there, is your lived experience. Like, oh, you have so much knowledge and wisdom in your story, like, and everything that you've been through and gotten yourself to this point right now. Ooh, gold mine, absolute gold mine.
Yeah. And I feel like that lived experience doesn't need a script. That lived experience, when we extract the wisdom from it and when we share it, that connects with people so much. I've also noticed this one thing. I think you probably would have noticed as well, that people don't want to share their lived experiences as much as they want to. Do you think so?
I definitely see that. Yeah. I'm so happy to see that we moved into, I really noticed it in 2025, like this storytelling era that we're seeing online and with marketing and stuff like that, because it's giving people a chance to share their stories and connect on a deeper level on like threads and social media and things like that, instead of just putting up the highlights, right? And so Oh, I love a good story.
Yeah.
I'm like, please tell me about your life. I want to hear it all.
Yeah, and that connects because that's the human part of it, right? When we share our, I call it like fuck ups in life, the other person on the screen is like, oh, well, she's going through that too. I remember I was talking to this one person, and I kind of replied to her story. And it was quite vulnerable. Like, I go through those things as well. And then she was like, I thought you had it all figured it out. And I was like, no, I do not. I do not. It's just, I speak with so much conviction about the wisdom that I get it from my fuck ups, is how it gets showed up online, that it seems like I have all these things figured out, but I don't. I still go through my ascension symptoms where I'm in my, especially I'm in like my luteal phase right now. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to talk about it. But there will be times like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And then I'm like, you know what? It was just a phase. It was
Yeah.
just a moment. And then when I share about those things, like real human things, they're like, yes, I have those days as well. So it's so, I love humaning.
Yeah. We're definitely human. We have, our spirit selves and the human experience, right? We gotta experience the whole spectrum of
Mm,
of being human. And we screw up on a daily basis. Like, if a creator out there tells you that they don't, they're lying. Like,
yes.
and that's why to others it may look like we have figured it out, but really we've just fucked up more and learned more lessons along the way. And
Yeah.
using the lessons to do better next time and finding
Yeah.
those silver linings, right? So
Yeah. It's life is a learning journey. It's not a destination, because even if you reach at the destination, you're gonna stand there and be like, what next? So
yeah. Now what?
now what? So rather just live the journey that you're living right now and be like, you know what? There will be some pebbles there. There will be some water that I'm going to fall into. There will be some rain along the way, but there will be some sunshine. I will meet amazing people, and I will meet so many bad people as well, which will tell me that who I am. It just unlock that. I think this is the core identity work, where you actually start to honor who you are, what you have been through, and now the wisdom that you gain from it, and now you share it, and it just unlocks that confident version of you that, you know what, I don't feel bad about sharing what happened 3 years ago with me, because that actually made me, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it opens you up to finding your people. And when you share from the heart, I mean, like, this is what I'm going through. Somebody out there is going to resonate with this, and they're going to feel it, and they're going to be like, me too, me too. And
Yeah.
it's one of the best ways to connect and find your community is to be vulnerable and be open and share about what's going on, because other people be like, I can help you with that. I've experienced that. Maybe try this. Like, you get your solution a lot of the time when you openly share. You find your community and you start building beautiful relationships with, like, somebody like yourself. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
just, like,
through threads as
connecting
well.
online, and here we are.
I actually don't remember the day I met you through threads. It was just a random day I came across, and I was like, oh, yeah, I want to be around that person. And another thing that I do want to say, like the word catalyst that you're saying, the reason it's connecting with me so much, because you know how our Instagram has bios and who we are and what we do. I got to this point when I came back to myself. I'm like, who am I? And I wrote it, catalyst in your becoming. I was like, this is my title for now. Like, for now, this is my title. I don't think that anything else is resonating with me right now. this is who I am, and people who are on the same wavelength that's gonna attract us. So thank you so much for being on the same wavelength. I love
See, I
it.
love it. We are so on the same frequency. It's fantastic.
I love it. It's just we are on a different. It's and the thing is, I am meeting so many people from other parts of the world who are on the same wavelength. I have hardly met somebody who is in New Zealand. So I'm like, oh wow, my soul tribe is actually on the other side of the world and I'm over here. I'm like, that means it's a possibility for me to, go meet them or organize something here and call them. It's like, building a tribe in a way that we get to travel the world, but also we can bring them here as well, so that the let's say if you come to New Zealand, you would have somebody.
I would love to see New Zealand one day. Oh,
You would
that's
love it.
definitely on the bucket list.
It's amazing. It's like if you love nature, oh.
Oh, yes. Speaking to my whole branding is nature. Yes.
You're gonna love it. It's just so beautiful. Nature is thriving here, and the weather. I mean, today is hot, but the weather is just so good. I would say just please put it on your bucket list and please visit New Zealand. And also, I would love to know that whoever is watching you right now, whether they're coming from my page or your page or somebody who is just hanging around the internet on YouTube, where they can find you.
I hang out mostly on Threads. Soul.driven.vision is my handle. I do have a Substack, and I am on IG, but I'm not super active over there at the moment. I am thinking about bringing it back, but it'll kind of be some light duty, just some lighter content over there, just to bring in some visuals back into some of the marketing. But yeah, Threads is where I'm at. I'm a yapper. I love to chat on Threads. I'm a big reader, book nerd. Scrolling Threads, just having to read is just such a great time. But I think Substack and Threads are probably my two spots where you're gonna find me hanging out the most.
That's awesome. Is there anything that we didn't get the chance to explore or share, or anything that you want to share with the audience?
Nothing coming to the top of my head. I feel like this was a really nice kind of rounded conversation. We touched on a lot of different things, and yeah, just come hang out with us on Threads. We're both there.
Yeah. If you want
Beautiful
somebody,
platform.
yeah, if you want somebody who just talks real, no fluff, and just hang around on the internet by being themselves. So that's where we at.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that version of me that you find on Threads is the version of me right here all the time. Pure, authentic, unfiltered, unhinged.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Beckz, for being on the YouTube channel. And I would love to speak to you again. And I will catch up to you on Threads. Thank you so much.
This was such an honor. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so happy we got to have this chat. We'll definitely do this again, for sure.
Yes, it's just a start.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Maybe I'm considering doing a podcast. So if that happens, you're coming on it.
Everybody who is watching right now, Beckz is starting a podcast, so keep an eye, okay?
Yes. Hold me accountable.
Yes, that's awesome.